Hi there. This is the story of New Era Energy and Digital. Ticker symbol NUAI. If you can see, the word AI is in their name. Now, the current market cap is about $275 million and the price about $5.60. More recently, the stock price went up quite a lot. And the most important question is whether this company is a great investment at the current price and market cap. And the answer, you will find it in this box. During this video, open the box and you'll find the answer here. Now, to understand my answer, you have to look at their business and their next steps. What's next? If you look at the revenue, over the last 3 years, quite a huge decline from 4 million to less, for about 600k, then another decline to 500k, less than 1 million, quite bad. Now, to my surprise, they were able to make a profit in 22 and 23. Small, but still good. A profit of close to 200k, 10k, and then 24 a loss of 13k. Now, more recently, for the first half of 25, the revenue has increased, as you can see, to 500k, but the losses were quite huge, close to $7 million. It's like they made less than 1 million, half of $1 million, but they spent close to 7 million to make that money, and this is quite bad. Now, maybe you wonder why the stock price went up so much when the losses went to the roof. Maybe they have something on their balance sheet, right? Let's check. Cash, $5 million. Compare this amount with the current market cap over 270 million. Is not that much. Debt, 7.5 million. Again, not that much. But compared to the revenue, less than 1 million, the debt can become a problem. Now, you have to understand what they've done so far and what's their next steps. As you probably know, this company, they are in the field of exploration and production of helium, natural gas, and oil. Most of their money comes from natural gas. They have some sites where they explore for these commodities in New Mexico and Texas. And they sell these commodities, and this way they've made their money so far. Now, more recently, they started to pivot from production of natural gas and oil to AI infrastructure and data center solutions. And because of this announcement, the price went up. As you probably know, we have this AI boom. There is a lot of demand for data centers, AI infrastructure. And they thought they can take advantage of this boom to pivot from commodities, mining, oil, natural gas, to AI infrastructure. They already announced some partnerships with other companies. For instance, Sharon AI, they have a joint venture, plus others. And then you have to see if they can increase their revenue and, of course, make a profit on that revenue. But now, here is the thing. The price went up quite a lot, but be very careful. They announced this pivot to AI infrastructure, but again, who will pay for those data centers? Who will pay? Ask that question. Well, let me show you. If you look at the number of shares, it has increased from 6 million to 13 million from 23 to 24, and from 24 to 25, another double, close, $25.6 million. So the answer is you. You will pay for those data centers, the infrastructure, the investments, the heavy investments. The problem is, if you buy right now and they continue again to double this number of shares, you lose half in value. Double again, another half, from that half you lost already. So this is quite bad. And then, if they're not able to make a profit on their investment, you have to ask about the return on investment, ROI. If they don't make, if they are not able to make a profit, that will be a disaster for shareholders, especially shareholders who bought right now. Imagine they make, let's say, 20 million revenue. What will their profit margins look like? 5%, 10%, or 0? Will they be able to make a profit at least? Because now if you look on the market, you research more companies, you will see that many companies follow the same strategy. Pivot to AI infrastructure, and their prices go up, and they raise more money from investors, and they try to invest in those data centers. But tell me, if you have 10, 20, or maybe 100 companies doing the same thing, don't you think that's bad? I mean, the supply will get too high and the prices will go down for AI infrastructure. Just ask yourself. By the way, in the data centers, you have more hardware components, right? And the lifespan of those hardwares is between 3 and 5 years. Then they have to change it. Because if they don't change it, they won't be competitive with the big players. And it's like, they take your money from you, invest in data centers, then after 3-5 years, they'll do the same thing. They have to raise more money. And it's likely that the number of shares will increase more in the future. And your value, especially if you invest right now, is likely to go down. Now, this is the long-term view. So long-term view. In the short term, as the market cap is quite small, if they announce more partnerships, yes, the market cap can go to 1 billion from this level. Many things can happen. But the long-term view is quite bad for companies that invest in AI infrastructure. Take advantage of this AI boom. So to open the box and show you my answer, whether this is a great investment or not, you can see it here. No, it's not a great investment. Because they focus purely on this AI infrastructure. They don't come with something new, something better. I mean, think of those software companies. Software will benefit from their AI infrastructure and they'll have high margins. But hardware, only a few and for a short period, such as NVIDIA, Taiwan Semiconductor, AMD, and other companies that design the chips. Be aware of this. Be aware of this. Now, if you want better investment ideas than this company, simply go to my profile, press join, and choose Titan membership. There you have access to my portfolio. And my compound annual return has been over 30% over the last 4 years. So 30% a year. That's an amazing performance, better than the market, the S&P 500. And on top of that, you also get access to an investing course, other in-depth analysis at your request. If you have any request, I'll do a video only for you. And bonus, access to the previous levels, Spartan and Gladiator. Now, there are some people that really want to invest in this company, NUAI Energy and Digital. And if you give me $1 million and tell me, John, you are only allowed to invest in this company and make a profit, what price would you pay? Well, the answer to that question will be available for members. And to be fair with you, for Spartan members, when the price is lower, just go to my profile, join this level, and tell me in the comments, I want to know your valuation. What price would you pay? By the way, if you join Titan, you also have access to Spartan. So see you there. And that's it for this video.